So we're talking on Crossfire today, President Jonathan's second-term re-election campaign, which he started. And in his speech, I listened to his speech, and he said something. He said, we are going to free our children. We're going to arrest terrorism. He's had how many years? He's had 4 years to do it. What makes him think that he can do it now?
I was going to say something.
Please answer that question for me.
We have had governments in this country.
Yes.
The military took a chunk of the number of governments that we have seen in the country.
Right.
What did they do? We transited to democracy.
Right.
Nigeria is in a very...
Hold on.
Yes. Nigeria has been in a very bad state. Now, the rottenness and the decadence, in the government before we transited to the democracy is nothing worthy to be compared at all with the effect of democracy when President Obasanjo took over in 1999. Now, the country has changed. We are moving forward.
Right.
Now, it's gradual. You would not expect 8 years or 12 years to be enough to solve the problem that have been created in 40 years or in 50 years.
I mean,
do you understand?
It's a no-brainer.
We are expecting too much from the government of today.
I
we are
understand.
expecting too much.
It's a rotten apple.
Exactly.
And it's deep in the core.
Yeah.
I want to take you to another dimension. Catholic bishops are saying that President Jonathan is allowing the Islamization of the country. What are your thoughts on that?
I do not agree with you.
Okay.
I do not agree with you.
No,
because I understand. I understand.
The Catholic bishops that are saying this.
When evil thrive, when you allow some things to go on for a long time, don't forget that what we are celebrating today, because it's like we're celebrating mediocre. Do you understand? What we are celebrating today is 5 years of insurgency in Nigeria, and we don't have a solution. I agree. Now, a government that is against its people will never have people to govern.
Of course.
Now, the government has taken steps to ensure that we curb and we solve this problem in a logical manner to ensure that we don't lose more lives than we already do.
Right.
Now, but the point here is that, see, Islamizing the country, the Islamization, process that people are thinking is in place is actually not. The reason why people are thinking that is on is because Boko Haram came out and tender 7.5 to 7-point agenda. And one of it is that we want the northern part of the country to be, not the nation, not Nigeria.
You know what? This is the first time people are talking about religion when it comes, and I think the reason why they're doing it is because the government is taking such a long time in controlling this situation. It's going on for a long time.
What do you want the government to do?
And most things are happening.
What do you want the government to do, Bemi? What do you want the government to do?
I need my government, as a citizen, as a patriotic citizen, I need my government to nip it in the bud.
Like just going ahead and killing people?
I never said that. No.
Just going ahead and just eliminating the innocent while you're trying to deal with the wicked?
Well, you know what? If you want to put it that way, Boko Haram are killing innocents.
Yes.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Because there is a problem. Government is government, Boko Haram is Boko Haram. Now, the position Boko Haram took, the government cannot take it. It cannot be a fire for fire thing.
Okay,
Do you understand?
I understand, but I just want to say, you heard the speech, right?
Yes.
I heard the speech too, and honestly speaking, if I was in Eagle Square, even, listening to it at home and on YouTube, because I listened to it more than once, it seemed to me, our dear president, his speech did not convince him himself, let alone the populace. That's how I feel about that.
If you are sensitive enough to follow the points that he was raising, you will realize that, see, the country in the last 4 years has been repositioned, and the repositioning has made it a lot difficult for the government of today to govern this country. Listen, you see, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Don't shout. Let's be civilized. Let's be civilized.
Lies the head that wears the crown.
Let us dialogue.
Let me just get done with this point.
Okay.
The government, Jonathan, made valid points. He said things that Nigeria should think about.
Oh yes, he sees Nigeria where the green passport is afforded royalty. People are getting killed, mind you. But continue, please. Okay,
so you need to try and understand and follow that. See, this thing will have to take time. We will get there. Rome is not built in a day. Hold on. Rome is not built in a day, but they started building from somewhere.
He had 4 years.
Jonathan met a nation that is in chaos.
So did everybody else that came before him. How long can we keep on using the same excuse? He had 4 years. Every single thing that he said in that speech that he had, every single thing that he said was the same thing he said 4 years ago. Every president that comes in there says that, oh, you know, I've had to tackle something that a country that was really rotten, really rotten.
Baby,
when will somebody stand up and say, you know what, I'm going to make a difference and I will do it. It's going to take me 4 years.
Can I ask you a question?
Please go ahead, my dear brother.
Now, the question is, you have not seen anything changed? Have you observed?
No, I'm not a wicked person.
And I'm saying, look at the sectors of the economy. Have you seen differences?
No, I'm trying to...
Have you observed any changes?
I have observed, but I just think, you know, they're painting such a rosy picture about the economy, and I think the economy is so... It's at an ultimate low.
How do you... Okay, what are you basing your conclusions on?
Let me speak for myself.
Okay.
You know, and I've actually spoken to some of my colleagues.
Okay.
And yesterday we were having this conversation. I was like, oh, you know, guys, I'm going to discuss this on the topic tomorrow and everything. What are your thoughts as a citizen? What do you feel? And they were like, you know, aside the rosy picture that the government, Jonathan's government is painting, you know, the economy is at an all-time low. It's either you're very rich or you're very low. Middle class has been washed out.
That did not happen during Jonathan's government.
I understand
Nigeria has been in that state
for a very long time. Yes, I understand that, but every president comes along and say, I am going to do this, I am going to do that. None of them have been able to do it. If I ask you a question...
So why blame it on Jonathan?
I'm not... Because we're talking about his declaration. I'm not blaming it on him.
I understand.
In fact,
Jonathan needs to move on with his life. He needs to move on with his political career.
You see,
he needs to move on with his plans.
Jonathan is not an individual. I am not attacking the, you know, he's not an individual. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. For that reason alone, I am attacking him and I am attacking his government and his advisors. They are doing a shoddy job. And if you're telling me for another 4 years to give you a chance to do the same thing you're doing, my dear sir, give me a reason to do that. But you can't talk right now. We have to take another break. My producer says I have to go and take a break. So we're going to do that right now. But when we come back, we have much more to discuss with you. Stay with us.
All right. Yeah, you're still on Crossfire. I mean, we've been discussing, and today you will agree with me that Jonathan found himself in a situation that is very dicey. Any individual, any personality in this country who finds himself in the position of Jonathan met a confused nation.
Absolutely.
And that's why, you know, regularly, I mean, you may need to tell our viewers to follow us.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You understand?
Yes.
Because I have a lot, you know, sent in already from our social media.
Really? Okay, go ahead.
And so I'll just like, you know, to take some of them.
Please do, because I know people are passionate about this topic.
All right. Now, you can follow us, you know, because this information are scrolling, you know, on the screen. But somebody sent in here.
Right.
Baby, John is saying, President Jonathan has done a lot, but because the country has been in a very bad state, it is not showing.
Right.
It is not showing. That's John. In support of my position.
I understand.
That's John.
John, you have a valid point.
Now, Christy is saying, the country is in its worst state ever. President Jonathan does not even have a clue on what to do about Nigeria.
And his advisors are not helping him.
That is very bad. I mean, let us appreciate the little things that he has put in place. A lot of things have been done, but it doesn't seem to be showing, like John said. Now, let me take another one. Now, Christy tweeted us again, and is saying, I understand what you are saying.
Right.
D'accord. But government need to do more because the expectation of the people is very high.
Thank you.
Now, Christy, I understand that. I thank you because you're a balanced person. Christy is a very balanced person.
She is.
At a point in time, she felt, okay, the government have not done anything. And at a point in time, she's feeling, okay, they've tried, but they should do more. And that is the position I want us to take, Bimi.
I understand.
Let us encourage Jonathan.
Okay, I understand.
If we give him a better platform for him to perform. And that's why the next 4 years is very crucial.
Okay, Johnny. Okay, I will support you, but I just expect a lot more from you as a citizen of this great nation. I expect a lot more from you. You've asked for 4 years. Let's see if the people.
All right. See what Tuji is saying. Tuji is saying. What are you talking about, Dakpo?
Very good.
What are you talking about? He repeated it.
What is it again? Tuji,
hold
on.
He said, what are you talking about? I don't believe in Jonathan. They told us he is good luck. As if he didn't know. They told us he is good luck, but he brought back luck to Nigeria.
Okay, you know what? I need to give them our Twitter email address. Our Twitter is @CoolTVCrossfire. Our email is crossfire@cooltv.co. Our hashtag is #Crossfire. So please Twitter us. Write us on Facebook, write us email. We want to hear from you. Give us topics. Tell us what you want us to discuss. Like I always tell you, your frustrations, your angst, anything that gets you angry, anything that gets you upset, things that make you happy. This is your show. We're here for you. We want to discuss you. We're citizens and patriots together. That will give me another one. There must be something else.
Now, he said, they told us that he is good luck, but he has brought more bad luck than ever into Nigeria. That is not fair. That is not fair. That's not a fair statement.
Okay, well, like I said, tweet us @CoolTVCrossfire. Send us an email at crossfire@cooltv.co and on our Instagram, #Crossfire. I have a question for you, Diban. Which president will history view more favorably?
Past president?
Obviously. Past president, including your president right now. Which one do you feel that history will view more favorably?
I think it's Obasanjo.
You think it's Obasanjo?
Yes.
I'm not going to...
I think it's Obasanjo.
If I ask you to tell me why, I know you're going to go on.
Obasanjo has got the mastery of this.
Okay, you know what? This is a topic for another show. As usual, that is the end of our show on Crossfire today. It's been fun having you with us, Dakwa, as usual. Actually, it's Dakwa's birthday today, viewers. So join me in saying happy birthday to my on-air partner, Dakwa. Happy birthday, my dear brother.
Thank you very much.
If you're enjoying Crossfire, switch over to channel 196 and watch as E-Day Hot with Chukwudi and Nkubi. Those guys, they fire it up. So please switch over, watch them. If you want to continue on Cool TV, please do. Watch us, enjoy us. This is Cool TV. This is Crossfire. We'll see you on Monday.
See you.